Hey, second grade, if you're watching this, you already know. You have finished the drawing of your tree, the adding the details of your bark, and now you're ready to color in. This really should be a second week thing, but I'm not going to hold you back if you have extra time and if you're excited. So here's some things that we could be using to color in our picture. And then I'm going to eventually show you what my colored in version looks like. Okay, so first one up, markers. I like these Crayola markers a lot. Okay, they come in a variety of colors. Okay, we got light green, we have dark green, we have orange in here, and then we have, I think it's called tiger orange. Let's see. No, that's regular. So we have a tiger orange, which is more of like a light brown, which would work really well. I decided not to use these today. Next one up, our box full of crayons. These are great and would work very, very well on a project like this, especially the collections that we have here at Kings Road and at Torrey, because we have so many different varieties, not only in the brand like Crayola, we have a bunch of different Crayolas, but then we have Prang and other companies, which will introduce different color versions for each crayon. Okay, not everybody's same navy blue is the same navy blue, so that would work out really well too. But I didn't go with those. Next up are our oil pastels. Super handy. We just use them for our watercolor paintings. I like these a lot. Tend to be a little messy though. So when I am working on a project like this, I prefer not to use them only because I am worried that myself, Mr. Thompson, would make a mess of his own picture. Then we have coloring pencils. These are Prismacolor. These are great. They come in a variety of different colors, and that's just the first row. We have a second row that has even more. Can I get it out? I got it out. Even more colors. Crazy variety. Prismacolor is like the best when it comes to this stuff. I didn't even use those. Today, I played around with these. These are art sticks. Art sticks are basically the same thing as coloring pencils, but they don't have the wooden part around them. So I could do a couple of different things. Let's zoom in for the real thing. Okay, and see if we can take a look at this picture real quick. Take a look at that picture. So as you were looking, I went through and just turned off the lights real quick so we could get a better view of this. Okay, so I used my cool colors in the sky. I'm thinking it's the sunset, the sky is going down. Perfect place to use cool colors. Now you can really see that I used 1, 2, 3 different blues. 1, 2, 3 different blues. This dark one that I'm pointing at that you could really not see, it's the navy blue. It's that darkest one. I used 1, 2, 3, 4 different greens. 1, 2, 3, 4 different greens. Still, they go from super dark, kind of hard to see, and they range up. Then I used a couple different purples. I used a purple here, 1, 2, that's maybe the same one. So 1, 2, 3. And I had an interesting time with this one over here. You can see that it's 2 different colors. Even I make mistakes on my project. I picked, I think it was this one, which looks like it would be, let's see if we can shed a little light on it. This one, it looks like it would be a purple. The second that I started coloring with it, it ended up being almost like a super dark pink, which really doesn't fit our color scheme here. So I covered it up with a darker purple. Now, I told you that these things are kind of neat. If you have these at home, you could do this. If you don't, you could try and do it with a coloring pencil, and I'll show you the same technique. These are really cool because you could use the entire body, the whole length. Okay, so I could lay it down flat, and I could color just like that. Here's a piece of scrap paper where I do the same thing. I'm laying it flat. Now I'm doing a rubbing. If you have crayons, and if you're using crayons for this picture, you could do the same exact thing. Let's get back to our picture. I tried to use a variety of different cool colors up here, and I tried to keep them separate. Down here on my hill, on my hills, I did the same thing. I used a maroon, orange, red, yellow, and then this goldenrod. This goldenrod I use for the sun. Okay, goldenrod is like in between an orange and a yellow. It's a beautiful color. And as I was coloring in my hills, these rows, I wanted to not really make a pattern, but I didn't want the same color to be next to the same color. And there's some parts where I did walk myself into a corner with these like maroons and these reds. Okay, these are super shiny. So if it looks like I have white spots like here, it actually is colored in, but the reflection from the light is making it look like I didn't color it in. Silly stuff. If I use crayons, it would be even worse. You wouldn't be able to see anything. For my tree itself, I wanted to have one solid color because I wanted the shape and the lines that we used on the bark to be the real main thing that you looked at. I wanted our eyes to visually start at the bottom of our picture and go up through our tree. Okay, I wanted our eyes to follow these hills moving around because that flow that's created with our use of line is really what makes our eyes look around the paper, look around the project, okay? I didn't really color around my birds that I put in the sky. Okay, I kind of covered them up, but I knew that they would show back up because we use that black Sharpie marker. That's where that dark marker will come in handy, and you know that I like using those a lot. But I was very careful around our clouds and everything else. So here's my finished version. I just want to give you a quick little preview. I like how mine turned out, and I can't wait to see how yours turns out. Okay, have fun, and I'll see you when I see you.